His shot. Through score, they score. They tie the game up 2-2.
As he drives out for Robbie Ryan. Her three right on the money. This is Taya Hansen for three. Other side of the rim with a pretty reverse.
Wow.
5 seconds to go. By Hawk. Hawk spins. It rolls off. And Arizona State wins it. Edwards pulls off. And buries the block.
Daniels takes the shot for Kirby.
Welcome into Pitchfork Lunch. Yes, I am Michael Caratino at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as the Twitter, as you all know here on Pitchfork Lunch. You can see the show live there every day. Also, my IG, michael.caratinudo.5. And you know it, Pitchfork Lunchers, the YouTube channel. Go to the YouTube channel, subscribe. Again, you've missed a ton of interviews, a ton of sound, all that good stuff. Coaches, players, insiders, like I always tell you. But you can go back and binge watch. They are all on my YouTube channel. Feel free to subscribe. All you have to do is go to YouTube and go to my YouTube channel. It's at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Cat 005 at MVC005 on YouTube. Subscribe. You will catch up and get to go around athletics in Sun Devil Nation, which I was out at spring ball yesterday, as you know, and we'll see a little bit more from spring ball today. But I was out at spring ball yesterday, and you know, when we talked to Coach Dillingham, you see the background there, because through the end of the year, it still has to say Pac-12, even though football, obviously, I mean, it is spring ball, still is the 23-24 school year, yes, but and you heard Coach Dillingham answer, you know, when the question was asked about the excitement, you know, of going to the Big 12. And you know, he just says, you know, I know it's a coach answer, but doesn't care. You know, he's worried about his team, which inevitably does make sense, as we all know, right? But which, you know, mostly all coaches are going to say. But that being said, it's yeah, I mean, that time, you know, and again, I talked about schedule of different road trips. We've talked about that, but it's just interesting to me because, you know, one last swan song for the Pac-12 as we know it. And I do think the Pac-12, I mean, look, Oregon State, Washington State got some work to do, but I think, and again, it's no disrespect to the WCC or the Mountain West, but I think there's teams there, very good teams and programs you can add there. And yes, maybe the Pac-12 won't be looked at as the same, but I mean, there's two. You need 8 teams, 8 more teams to go back to 10. So I don't know. It's frustrating and annoying. But anyway, I digress. So, but yes, the banner, has the Mountain America and it says Pac-12. So again, me, yes, big fan of that. But yes, we will get to a little bit more spring ball today, as you guys know. Also, the I said softball is in San Diego right now. I'll be softball is in San Diego right now, playing a doubleheader. And Sun Devil Track, by the way, is headed to the Texas Relay. Let's get to that in a second. But they're in San Diego right now. Hold on. Here, we'll go nerd for a second, and or I'll go innovative. Gosh, botched that one, fumble, but that's all right. I recovered it. I'll go innovative for a second. Hey Siri, what's the temperature in San Diego?
It's 67 degrees right now in San Diego, California.
67 in San Diego. So that's what they're playing at USD. Yes, they are playing at USD and a doubleheader. They just got started a few minutes ago. Or no, wait, is it? Yeah, it's 12 and 2:30. So yes, they just got started a few minutes ago. For Coach Bartlett. Again, if you missed that interview last Tuesday, again, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Again, it's not a shameless plug, but subscribe to the YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, and go check out it out because it was, again, really, again, trying to catch up with their, and once season starts, it's tough, or, schedule wise, but we make it happen, which is a good thing. The Devils 17 and 14 overall, by the way, just in case you didn't remember. Yes, unfortunately, you had the tough weekend series in Eugene where they dropped all three. But yeah, 12 o'clock, they just got started. I'll have updates too, by the way. Yes, I shall have updates. Coming for you because it is on ESPN Plus. So during the show, in the midst of stuff, so I will have updates for you through that. But yes, USD 12 and 2:30. And again, listen to me, check it out on ESPN Plus, but I will give you updates for that as well. Also for water polo this weekend, by the way, kids, the very, very, very good water polo team. Again, just split last weekend with San Jose State and Stanford again. Yeah, fell to number 4 Stanford 10-9, but still a hell of a performance there. Hell of a performance there. but they fell 10-9. But overall, this water polo team, guys, if you haven't been out there, again, they're number 9 in the country for a reason. They are 20-5 overall, 1-2 in conference play, but 9-0 at home, 2-2 away, and 9-3 on neutral sites. So again, a very deep team. And this Saturday, yes, they have a doubleheader at noon and at 3 o'clock at the Mona Plummer Aquatic Center. So get on out there. Hit me up if you're going to be out there too, by the way. But hit me up because, it's at, the doubleheader, like I said, they have Cal first at noon, which is a conference game. And then they have Ottawa at 3 o'clock, not a conference game. And then Saturday, April 6th, they are hosting Indiana, and then Senior Day celebration on April 13th. And they play USC to close out the season on the 13th. So that, my friends, very, very awesome. But yeah, I mean, you have a chance to get out there and see a team that's ranked 9th again, looking to have charging into the postseason as but I mean, they have the conference tournament too, which is April 26th through 28th. So yes, just so you know. But 20-5 overall, kids. That's huge. Baseball wise, yes, we all know it's been a little bit tough as well too. For Coach Bloomquist again last weekend. They lose all 3, but they turn around Monday. They go down to Las Vegas from Pullman, and they were 6 runs down, and they beat UNLV 10-9. It says, and it's for also fun fact for the 9th time under head coach Willie Bloomquist, ASU rallied from a deficit of 5 or more runs down in route to a hard-fought 10-9 victory over UNLV on Monday. So again, that's good because the bats get going, and again, pitching, I guess, for UNLV might not be the same as they're seeing in the Pac-12, but they do go to 11-14. They are 4-4 on the road. 7-9 at home again, which, like I've talked about and coach has talked about. I mean, you gotta clean that up. But the hits started coming a little bit more against Washington State, as we talked about, and then Monday. Then Monday they win 10-9. I mean, look at so ASU scores 1 in the top of the first. You're feeling good, right? This is what was crazy about this game. Then UNLV bats around literally, and they put up 7 in the bottom of the first. So it is 7-1. So then after the first inning, neither team scores in the second or third. ASU starts to come back in the fourth. They put up 2 in the fourth to make it 7-3. Then they put up 2 in the fifth to make it 7-5. Neither team scored in the sixth or the seventh. ASU put up 1 in the top of the eighth to make it 7-6. Then in the top of, or no. Oh, yeah. Made it 7-6 in favor of UNLV going into the ninth. ASU puts up 4, right? So it's now 10-7. Well, in the bottom of the ninth, it wouldn't be fun and ASU baseball if it wasn't a roller coaster. And UNLV puts up 2, but comes 1 run short. And by the way, the series against Cal starts tomorrow for Easter weekend, and they usually don't play on Easter Sunday. And it just happens that softball had its bye this weekend. So that's why they have the doubleheader against USD, but then they're off until was it next weekend? But we'll get to that later. But yeah, nonetheless, so it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sun Devil fans against Cal tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday, as they will host and ASU got 3 home runs in the game, and one of them really not a surprise from guess who? Brandon Compton. So Nick McLean had one. Ryan Campos had one as well, and so did Brandon Compton. Nick McLean had 2 RBIs. Ryan Campos had 3 RBIs. Ethan Mendoza had 1. Brandon Compton had 4. So again, he is overall hitting wise just tearing it up and keeping this team hot. They had 10 runs on 12 hits. You like to see that, the 12 hits. They'd have the one error, had 1 error, but they had 9 runs, or UNLV had 9 runs on 14 hits. So Adam Barron started the game. He went 3 innings. Tyler Meyer. I'm going backwards here. I don't know. So I think Tyler Meyer started the game, and he had 6 earned runs. It was tough for Tyler Meyer that first inning. For ASU. But Adam Barron's also pitched. Barron's pitched, and then Jonah Giblin as well. Struck out 4, didn't walk any. Barron struck out 2, didn't walk any. And Ben Jacobs struck out 2, walked 1. Tyler Meyer, like I said, he didn't strike out any, walked 1. And the UNLV bats just got to him early, but ASU battled, and that was that. So 10-9, they get the victory, and now they are getting set to play Cal, like I said, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So that is a good thing. They need to get rolling against Cal or keep that offense going. Yes, again, like I said, pitching. I understand we'll see different pitchers. But yes, for Cal, tomorrow, 6:30 p.m., Phoenix Muni. Again, get on out there. You're leaving work, figure, hey, you're close by. Don't want to deal with annoying rush hour traffic. Go check out ASU baseball. And then Friday is also at 6:30 p.m. And by the way, it's National Teacher and Educator Appreciation Day. And then Saturday is at 1 p.m. at Phoenix Muni. So again, you can go check out morning or the water polo at noon, and then drive down the street, and get to the game a little bit late, but and go check out some baseball. And then just so you know, midweek next week, they are taking on the Antelopes of Grand Canyon, Phoenix Community. That'll be Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Just so you know. So yes, looking forward to that. But yeah, Cal is up first, and they need some need to start getting Pac-12 victories. The offense, again, get going, pitching. Pitching going there, but you look at the Pac-12 standings, Oregon State, they are 5-1 overall. Up top, Oregon is 6-3 in conference play. Right behind them, then Utah's 5-4, as is Cal and Washington State. So all three of those schools are 5-4 in conference play. Stanford's at 3-3, and then UCLA, Arizona, and USC are all at 4-5. ASU is at 3-6, and then Washington is at 1-5. So ASU, again, you're right there, but this is kind of slope time. Either you start going downhill like that, or you start climbing back up, get back to even, and see who you can chase down. But Cal being 5-4 again, you get 2 wins out of that. You're 2 out of 3. Then you're 5-7 in conference play. Again, play the coulda, shoulda, woulda, what if game. But just giving you the standings right there for baseball, because again, it's at that, and Willie talks about it, but if the offense is finding itself now, kids, it's going to be very, very, very awesome. But yeah, I mean, it's look, the bullpen, we've seen what it can do, starting pitching when it's been on, and yeah, sometimes you're going to have a night. I mean, you give up 7 runs in the first, but you battle back to win 10-9. No, you don't want to have to give up 7 runs in the first. Yes, I know you baseball purists know that, savants know that, but the fact that you battle back and keep going, and you're able to get the win, not just battle back to make it close, get the win. That can catapult you, but yes, you're giving up. You give up that many runs in a first inning to a Pac-12 foe, and again, not that UNLV is not. I'm not saying anything away from UNLV. I'm just saying, like, you get down like that, it's going to be very, 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 very tough. It's a shout out for people that love summer school. Oh, look at that. ASU got out of the bottom of the first. No score between USD and ASU in San Diego. Looks like it's it is sunny and clear. And it looks like it's a little bit warmer than 67, but nonetheless, no score. I told you, see, I give you updates. I'm good like that. But yes, I am going to step aside briefly. But when we get back, we'll hear from talk intro a little more spring ball, a little more depth from yesterday. But we'll also hear from Cam Skattebo. And I know I mentioned the depth of the offensive line and all that good stuff. So on the way out, we'll show you, just a little footage of the offensive line against our. Little footage of the offensive line starting to get ready, but more coming up here on Pitch. And welcome back to Pitchfork Lunch. I am Michael Cartino at Diablo00 on X, the artist formerly known as the Twitter. See the show on my IG, michael.cartino.5. Also the YouTube, live on YouTube. But subscribe to the YouTube channel. And guess what? You can check out all the past shows, the interviews you've missed, everything. It's at go to YouTube. Just go to it's at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Cat 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, and subscribe away and get all caught up. Again, had defensive coordinator Brian Ward on this past Monday, right before spring ball started yesterday. Had assistant head coach and special teams coordinator Charlie Regal on. We have Megan Bartlett, the softball coach, on. Again, JJ Van Neal, women's volleyball coach, Pac-12 coach of the year, his first year as head coach at ASU. Again, a very, very good coach, experienced coach. But here at ASU, Graham Winkworth, women's soccer, had him on. Natasha Adair, women's basketball. Again, see what I'm getting at. And a lot of players too. So subscribe to the YouTube channel at MVC005 on YouTube, and you'll catch up on all of that. But yeah, like I said, spring ball starting yesterday. I mean, we heard from Coach Dillingham. I mean, first day, obviously, Coach Arroyo, the new offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, coming over, and Leaf Faltanu, the returning center for ASU, talking about obviously knowing Coach Arroyo and the verbiage and this and that. So it's a smooth transit. And again, as smooth as can be. Obviously, going to be, a few little hiccups, speed bumps, whatever you want to say. But or in honor of Wednesday, you see the sign, speed humps ahead. Anyway, but it's one of those things where when your center obviously has that, yes, got used to last year's verbiage and that, but Coach Arroyo again, and he talked about, kind of changing his up a little bit, but still, using it, but with what, ASU had last year offensively. So that was huge, another thing. And just watching, yesterday, and, Coach Dillingham talked about it. Obviously, you're not looking, to compare day one, this year to day one last year. Obviously, day one last year, I mean, again, it was, it felt a lot more smoother. And he talks about bringing that minimum expectation of the program up. And he talked about that, played it on here. You guys all saw it. But that's the one thing that, you bring that up and the minimum comes up. Well, everything comes up. And he talked about that yesterday. But yeah, I mean, just getting to more plays and, but yeah, there's, some communication stuff. But yeah, they've obviously been in, looking at the playbook, when they could have obviously meetings before spring ball, just kind of, going through obviously offensively with Coach Arroyo, the verbiage, and Coach Dillingham as well too, but the verbiage and everything. And, we saw just everybody getting ready. But it's one of those things where meetings wise, I mean, when I say getting ready, but meetings wise is awesome because, you have obviously that time to put it in, and you start, you can go through it, and, quarterback starts saying, the line, he's, again, you got to crawl before you can walk. You got to walk before you can run. So it's one of those things where you just, start putting it in, you learn it. You can stand up in the team room and just walk this and show that this is what, okay, this is it. You're doing this, this happens, pre-snap and obviously how to block it, everything, just, not going through all the, minute details, but you get what I'm saying. So, but yeah, I mean, it seemed, and not just because obviously, like we talked about the recruiting, coming in last year, like they did sprinting, bringing them, players trying to form a a team and obviously have players out for spring ball. But it is one of those things where it's where especially when a new coordinator comes in, and yeah, it's tough. I mean, Sam Levitt, looked pretty good yesterday. Trenton Bourget, even Navi Bruzon, the local kid who, won 2 state championships. This young man, and I always like having seen him play here in Arizona for the last few years. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, he's a lefty. But I always oh yeah, he is a lefty. And so that's why I asked Jake Smith about that yesterday. If you saw here, I got to talk to Jake Smith after practice, and he'll be getting to play this year, which is again absolutely awesome. The waiver, whatever, all that junk's behind us. So onward and upward. But Jake Smith, if he notices it anything a little bit different, just obviously spinning a different way, coming off a left hand. He's like, I don't notice it. He's throwing a good ball. He's getting me the ball. So, but yeah, lefties is always looking smooth. But yeah, he's out there too. And I mean, Sam Levitt is throwing this and throwing a good, just overall. And like I said, it's first day. So, and like you heard Coach Dillingham say it yesterday, they're in their pajamas. So, and again, walk before you can run, right? But yeah, that's one of those things where, just throwing the ball, getting on the same page, transferring in. And yes, Jaden Rashada, was out there getting those mental reps and Coach Dillingham, he mentioned obviously last week when I played a sound that before spring ball that, ex-Guillory obviously wouldn't be in spring ball. And, but I mean, they're out there again, getting the mental reps and understanding the verbiage, seeing what guys are doing, reading what, defense is setting this, what you can and can't do, all that good stuff. But yeah, it's the communication, and it just seemed they seemingly got to more plays. As I recall, I think last year Coach Dillingham said, they didn't, I think get to almost there was like 13 or 23, something like that, plays that they didn't end up running the first day and going a little bit over time. And yesterday it just seemed like they were getting that Christmas. And yeah, first day, everybody's stoked. But yeah, it's exciting to be out there. So, but yes, with that being said, though, I do want to bring you Cam Skattebo. Caught up with him yesterday. Obviously had one hell of a season last year. Last year's, what did I say, Pitchfork Lunchers? He was last year's or this past season's punt, pass, and kick champ because of everything and everything that happened with injuries, and it was just obviously a nightmare. But yeah, it's a new year, and you heard Coach Dillingham yesterday. He slimmed down, kids. He did. I shouldn't say so. He leaned up, but he tells you, you'll hear what kind of started it. But again, he still looks good, looking quick. Coach Dillingham talked about, him trucking people, but the explosive plays, more explosive plays, right? So, but anyway, without further ado, here is Sun Devil running back Cam Skattebo yesterday after day 1 of spring practice.
Today was a fun one, so hopefully it stays that way.
Is it easier now your second time through here to issue in the second spring?
Yeah, most people get comfortable. I'm trying not to get comfortable. And yeah, it's fun. I'm excited because there's still new things. And you're still getting used to things. It's honestly not even close to the same as last year. So things are changing.
How's that going so far?
Awesome. I'm excited. He's putting everybody in a position to be successful, so I'm ready to work. We only have one day put in so far, so we keep working and figure out what he's got for us.
Kim, how much weight do you lose?
I'm down 14 pounds from
how did
the season.
you do that?
I actually caught pneumonia in February, and then I took advantage coming back. I lost a lot of body fat, and then and I took advantage coming back into it.
So did you want to be down that much, or was it been
once I got sick, yeah. I mean, I saw myself and I was like, I feel kind of good. I was light, and then I knew I wanted to get down to at least 215 at the highest, but I'm sitting around 212 right now. It feels good.
Or was there an emphasis from the coaching staff to I think Kenny was talking about wanting you to be a little faster? Is that kind of the
I don't think there was any hard push for it, but it was definitely there. I know they wanted that, but I think they liked what they saw last year. They just wanted a little bit more. So I'm glad I got down. I'm sure they're glad I got down, and I'm excited.
Are you excited to play in the Big 12 conference?
Yeah, I'm excited to play anywhere. The Big 12 is going to be fun. I'm excited because I've never played outside of the West Coast, really. I played in Northern Iowa. It's really the farthest I've been. And, I mean, I'm excited to play football in general. So.
How are you and the running backs kind of chemistrizing with the new guy like Ralik down the mix?
I mean, like I told the other people, everybody in the room can play at any time. We got five guys right now, and there's only 5 guys in the room, and everybody can play. And it's actually scary. I feel bad for other teams because they're not going to know what's hitting them with all these guys in the backfield. So I'm excited to see what we have playing for the whole season.
And how fun is that? Styles, all 5 guys different?
Everyone's different, but everyone has the same style at the same time. So we can all do the same, but we all have different qualities.
And then how, obviously, with just being one ball, but the patience knowing that you're going to get the ball, or being on the field being a decoy somebody else is. How much fun is it to have guys like that around you?
It's awesome. Last year we had a couple guys go down, and there wasn't a ton of help in the running back room or in the O-line room, and those guys really felt it, and I feel like we got a lot of depth this year, running back room and in the O-line room. So right. I'm excited. I'm sure those guys are excited, and it's going to be fun.
You're still going to allow me to throw a few more passes, all right?
I hope it doesn't have to come down to that. Now, trick plays, maybe, but I hope it doesn't come down to that.
Yeah, that's what I meant, trick play.
Yeah. If it's called upon me, of course, but hopefully it doesn't come down to that.
How do you feel like that just having to play in those multiple roles helped you this entering?
It was fun. It kept my head on straight because I had to go from one meeting room to another and to another. And it was fun because you see all aspects of the football field. I kind of grew up that way, learning everything, and I get frustrated when someone else is doing something wrong, even if it's not my position. So playing quarterback was kind of cool because I got to really understand the offense a little bit more.
What do you want to most get out of this season for you and the team?
Win football games. That's my biggest thing. I want to win this year. 3 and 9 is not my goal at all. Yeah.
And then Coach Arroyo, obviously, he said,
of course,
he said last week that his verbiage, but just kind of mixing it with last year. And I know it's only day one, but how do you just feel offensive play calling communication was today?
Demanding, and it pulls the respect out of you. I see all the guys are engaged. Everyone's locked in, so it was cool to have that presence, knowing you have to pay attention, or you're either going to get chewed out or you're not going to play.
And there you see it. Hear it from him right there, Cam Skattebo. And it's like you said, I mean, it does suck you caught pneumonia. Didn't know that. Obviously, you're not going to, in this day and age, you're not going to post that out everywhere. But yeah, I mean, and 212 again. When you say but just like leaner, looking quick, explosive plays. Coach Cunningham's like he's gonna run over people anyway. But yeah, it's. But yeah, I mean, and I didn't even mention Raleek Brown yesterday. I mean, I mentioned briefly, but a guy like Raleek Brown, coming in, transferring in to Carlos Brooks, not like Skattebo, Brooks healthy in the backfield, Raleek Brown, who you can put back there, obviously put in the slot, move around. But yeah, I mean, like he's saying, it's fun to have it. That's why, I asked him Lobby to throw the ball. He's like, yeah. He was, obviously a kid that's going to compete and help the team in any way possible. But yeah, more so trick plays. But that's one of the things where, again, with those weapons and just being one ball, like I asked Jake Smith, you saw it here yesterday. Like I asked Jake Smith, like, wide receiver, the ODO, you're always open, always want the ball. But it's one of those things where if right, there's so many options and so many just high level options. And again, you get that protection, and who's ever back there, like Coach Dillingham, again, the minimum standard coming up, but supplying, getting players in that are of that ilk and more weapons. And I mean, look, Elijah Badger, ex-Guillory, I mean, right there. And then you have a guy like Jordan Tyson, like Coach Dillingham has mentioned, coming into the mix. Raleek Brown, and then obviously, like I said, Skattebo and DeCarlos Brooks. Like it's just one after another. And then by the way, like here come the tight ends. Like it's just very, very exciting. But yes, I do want to play really quickly because I was able to get a little bit from, like I said, Coach Arroyo yesterday. Marcus Arroyo, the new offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach. He has again come in and I'll play it from yesterday, and then some of his earlier obviously preseason comments too. But yeah, it's a little bit of a quicker, some quicker sound, but I mean, just again, a lot there from Marcus Arroyo, the offensive coordinator. So let me jump to that real quick before I wrap up on yesterday's offense.
Good stuff. I think getting out here and getting in front of the guys, getting the ball in the field with a helmet on is just so incredibly important first day. Starting.
I got the communication level, especially with the communication level for the newness of this.
Good. It was chaotic. Yeah, it's. I think it's important to be that way a little bit. I think we're trying to get to that point where, I think ideally the closer you get to getting guys in that learning zone from being comfortable and between panic and comfortable is really where you want to be. And I think that they understand that's where we want to be at because that's where the growth's at. And so I think having a lot of communication that's loud, and clear and all over the place with a lot of tempo is really important for us to understand where we want to go.
Coach, year one for you is just day one for the camp this year. What are some of the principles that you want to implement to this offense to help it elevate another level?
Well, I think you got to start with more identity-based stuff in regards to how we show up. I think being locked and loaded is one of the premier things we're talking about, and that's being prepared to come out here and be ready to go. I think self-starters and guys who start fast is a big part of our offense. Understanding when to get out here, when to go. The second piece, philosophically, I think we've talked about identity-wise for our guys is understanding exactly how guys can compete. Some rare toughness, and I think I say rare with those guys because there comes a certain stamina to this game that you've got to have to play it. And I think you usually see that in the later half of practice, and that's really where towards the end of practice you saw really ramp it up. Because that's when you start getting tired, and that's when you start losing fundamentals, you start breaking communication, and that's where we've got to be able to raise that level. And the last part's finishing. Those are the three things probably when it comes to what we're really starting to create is build some consistency and habits in regards to guys that come out prepared and have some ability to build some toughness and finish.
It's exciting for you to
like I said, it was quick. I had to get over to Jake Smith. So one-man band in it for you. But, hey, I love doing it. Love bringing it to you here on Pitchfork Lunch. But, yeah, I mean, like you said, chaotic. And not that you want chaotic in a bad way, but just now, okay, you've walked through it. You've installed. Now your first day, obviously, out on the field and, doing it. And overall, like I said, I mean, it went pretty again, for a first day, smooth, looking good. And again, the weapons that are there, you look at rushing last year, Cam Skattebo, who played in all 12 games, had 164 attempts for 797 yards. Well, you lost 9, but so 164 attempts for 788 total yards last year, averaging 4.8 a carry. Yeah, you'll take that any day of the week. He had 9 rushing touchdowns. Passing wise last year, a lot of people threw passes. Cam Skattebo was 6 for 15. He did throw an interception, but he did throw a touchdown pass as well. And yeah, he took a lot of snaps. Trenton Bourguet, who played in 8 games, had 1 touchdown, and again, being banged up to just 4 interceptions. Jaden Rashada had 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Drew Pine had 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Jacob Conover, no touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Skattebo, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Like I said, Jalen Conyers also played a little quarterback, no touchdowns, but no interceptions. And then Sean Charles on some trick plays had 2 attempts, was 0 for 2 in the season. But yeah, I mean, that's what, the challenge that it was last year. I mean, you look at Elijah Badger to have 65 receptions for 713 yards with the myriad of quarterbacks that were through there. And again, he played in 11 of 12 games. He had, 3 touchdowns last year. And then Jalen Conyers, who's at Texas Tech now, had transferred, but he had, 30 catches for 362 yards. No touchdowns last year, which again, just in a way, mind blowing. Cam Skattebo had 24 receptions for 286 yards, 1 receiving touchdown. That was a play against USC, which was just freaking phenomenal. Troy O'Meary last year had 20 catches, 223 yards, but did have 3 touchdowns on the season. But receiver wise, I mean, wait. I'm sorry. As Guillory, he did have the 1 touchdown catch. He played in 9 of 12 games, 21 catches, 226 yards, and 1 touchdown. But yeah, so Badger with 3, Skattebo with 1 receiving. These are receiving touchdowns. Guillory with 1, O'Meary with 3, and there's your 8, receiving touchdowns for the season. Which, as Coach Dillingham said, last year is last year. You're not gonna get too much on it. But yeah, I love what Coach Arroyo had to say there. Just again and just quickly there. But yeah, the verbiage, and again, and I'll play some of his sound because I got it before spring ball started too. And sitting down with him, I'll actually either Friday or Monday, but we'll see. Got some feelers out for guests percolating, so we shall see what happens. But either way, still hear from Coach Arroyo on that. But I'm going to step aside real quick. But I have a little bit extra for you going into break. Obviously Coach Mons moving on from the dynasty that he continued and the powerhouse that he established at Saguaro, coaching tight ends last year. Heard Coach Dillingham talk about it in the presser last week. Yeah, we'll see. Got a little bonus for you. Coach Mons working with the tight ends yesterday, day 1. Again, beautiful weather, high clouds, but sunny, beautiful. Not sweating out the water instantaneously as I drink it. No, but hey, it's not about us, about this team moving forward, onward and upward. But we'll be back and then, wrap up today's show, talk a little bit, let you know what softball's doing. Obviously, you said baseball playing tomorrow, water polo, got a little golf to hit real quick too. So more coming up here on Pitchfork Lunch.
track. Good. We got to get really comfortable. Hey, tight ends, y'all are big, long, athletic dudes. I got to get really comfortable half stacking a man, all right, and using my body and my length to create separation. This is undefensible if you guys can use your body correctly. Here we go. Good. This is the drill.
And welcome back to Pitchfork Lunch. Yes, I am Michael Cartenuto, as you know, at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as Twitter. Hit me up there. Questions, comments, thoughts, anything you think of that I might miss. I try not to, but, you know, it could happen. I'm guessing most people's brackets are completely pseudo busted, because I haven't heard too much in the comments from that one. But if they're not, again, hit me up. Let me know any thoughts, comments, all that good stuff. I mean, hey, don't be bashful. Share away, man. Share away. But yeah, I mean, it's it's one of those things where share away. I was gonna say, but yeah, it's again, a lot coming up. And women's golf, by the way, hosting the 51st Ping Invitational. It is a home meet, by the way, as this portion of the show is news and notes. The Ping Invitational is, let's see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? Because today's it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sorry, right in front of my face. Yes. At Papago Golf Club, coming up Thursday, the 28th through the 30th. Number 13 ASU women, by the way, have won 2 consecutive tournaments as they get ready to welcome 16 teams in the 51st edition of the Ping ASU Invitational. And it's open to the public, by the way, just so you know. That it's free and open to the public. Yeah, so you can check it out again tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. Arizona State will compete in the morning each day. On Thursday, the Sun Devils tee off at 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on hole 1. And then obviously tee times for the remainder of the tournament will be based on scoring, as we all know. But yeah. Arizona State moved up to number 13 in the rankings, by the way, gaining 3 spots after their victory in the Dr. Donis Thompson Intercollegiate in Hawaii, which they just absolutely crushed. These women just dominated, which golf and ASU, those two words very synonymous with each other. Three Sun Devils are in the top 100 after both Beth Coulter and Patience Rhodes made a massive jump. And just so you know, Ashley Many is up 22 spots to number 41. Patience Rhodes is up 32 spots to number 69. And Beth Coulter up 29 spots to number 82 in the country. Grace Summerhays is 125 in the country, and Paula Schultz Hansen is up 23 spots to 138. So look, yeah, they could have. Look, it's not out of the realm of possibility to have 5 in the top 100. Which, yeah, coming here. And all 17 teams in this invitational, the lowest, well, they're all ranked and in the top 78 of the latest national team rankings. ASU is one of 8 top 15 teams in the field. So who's in the field, right? Well, besides number 13 ASU, forks up. Let's go, Lady Devils. We welcome number 1 Stanford, obviously conference mates, along with, well, the first 3 I'm going to read to you are all conference mates. Number 1 Stanford, number 4 UCLA, number 6 USC, number 7 Texas, number 11 Northwestern, number 12 Oregon. And here are 3 more conference mates. So number 12, Oregon, number 14, that team down south, number 27, Cal, then number 39, Oklahoma State, number 41, Kansas, number 42 is another Pac-12 member, Oregon State, number 48, Denver, number 50, Baylor, number 70, New Mexico, number 71, another Pac-12 team, foe, Colorado's number 71, and New Mexico State, number 78. So Ashley Manny will have the top spot. Redshirt freshman Patient Rhodes has a number 2 spot for the second straight event, with sophomore Beth Coulter once again following in 3rd position, and junior Grace Summerhays, who gets ready for her 3rd Ping/ASU appearance, will play out of the number 4 spot, and sophomore Paula Schultz Hansen rounds out Missy Farquet's lineup for the 5. So, but yeah, 51 years. So again, if you get out Thursday, again, 8 a.m., ASU tees off tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., you know, you play a little hooky, go check out some ASU golf, you know, 8 a.m., play hooky maybe for the first half of the day, and then go work half a day. You'll reward yourself. Your bosses won't like me telling you that, but hey, nonetheless, that's what's going on with the women's golf. So, real quick, though, on the men's golf side, their next, their last, sorry, I shouldn't say their next, but their last tournament they played Well, they played Monday and yesterday at the Valspar Collegiate Invitational in Florida. So after day one, they were tied for third at 3 under, and then they finished third overall. Yesterday they finished third. So you could say on the podium, but they were 10 under for the tournament, which in Palm City, Florida, was just phenomenal. So they get a little bit of time off. Their next tournament is the Thunderbird Collegiate, obviously here in Phoenix, April 12th, Friday, April 12th, and Saturday, April 13th, all day. So again, you can check them out because on the Pac-12 championships, which are at Desert Forest Golf Club in Carefree, April 26th, 27th, and 28th are coming up. And then the men's golf regionals take place May 15th through 17th. And then the men's national men's golf championship, which is hosted by Texas, but it's in Carlsbad, California. I don't understand that one, but is May 24th through the 29th. But we'll talk more about that. Looking forward to getting coach on, well, both coaches as their teams go through season. And obviously some of these awesome golfers, because everybody playing every sport, everybody wants to hit the golf course because it's supposed to be fun. And it is fun, right? Except when you are literally playing every inch of a golf course, right? But I know you other Pitchfork lunchers don't do that. I do. If you want to feel better about your golf game, no, I won't purposely lose to you because I'm way too competitive. But if you want to feel better at your golf game, go out with me. Although the putting has gotten better, which again, at some point, if something's got to get better, well, why not, right? But that's what golf has going on. I mentioned water polo, obviously, Saturday, the doubleheader at 12 and 3. So you can check that out. I'll talk more about it tomorrow. But that is it. I am totally out of here. But yes, I will be back tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Yes, same bat time, same bat channel tomorrow. And again, hit me up on X at Diablo00. Also, the IG, Michael.Caratuno.5, and the YouTube channel, guys. Subscribe, because again, interviews, sounds, everything. You're gonna miss it. So get the updates. Come join me. I love all of you guys being here on Pitchfork Lunch, because again, it's Sun Devil Nation. What else is better than a go around? Oh, by the way, softball, I want to say it is still 0-0 or 1-0. Give me 1 second and I will tell you. But yes, hit me up there. Subscribe on X at Diablo00. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, guys. Go to the YouTube. M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Cat 005. Subscribe away. All this is up there. Anything you missed today, any sound, obviously interviews. We've had a lot of great ones, and more so conversations. I don't even say they're interviews anymore. They're conversations that are informing, and that's always fun. So it is 3-2. Sorry, I was looking at the zeros in the inning. So ASU is up 2-1 after 1, but now USD is up 3-2 with the Devils at bat here in the top of the 4th. So again, right in the game, got a doubleheader against USD. It's on ESPN Plus. Feel free to check it out. But hey, have a great rest of your Mike. What day is it? Yep, that's for Mama. That's always for Mama, because she will still still do that more often than not, just to let me know that it's her favorite commercial. Anyway, it is hump day. So I'm going to leave you with a few little extra bonuses on the way out, but have a great rest of your Wednesday. I will see you tomorrow after day 2 of spring ball. And yes, you know it. Come on. I never forget Pitchfork Lunchers because we know everybody needs to know. As always, forks up.
Ooh, I used my skate technique on you. Hey, when should I come off the line? As soon as the ball's in the air? And hold the...
I'm from Arizona, Jerry. I broke Arizona records.
Rod.
I went to Arizona State.
Rod.
I'm a Sun Devil, man.
Justin Chapman rebound. Robbie Ryan for 3. He hits it, and we are tied. Terry's 3.
Johnny Walker matching up against control. His shot. Bruce score. They score. They tie the game up 2-2.
Some drives out for Robbie Ryan. Her 3 right on the money. This is Taya Hansen for 3. Other side of the rim with a pretty reverse. Wow. 5 seconds to go. Find Hawk. Hawk spins. It rolls off. And Arizona State wins it. Edward pulls off and buries the puck.
Daniels makes the shot.